hello, hello. Welcome to Triangle Strategy.
遥か遠く、ノゼリアと呼ばれる大地。そこには3つの国があった。ノゼリア大河に面し、船での交易に長けたグリンブルク王国。鉄を産し、雪と氷に閉ざされたエスフロスト公国。そして人々の生活に欠かせぬ塩が唯一取れる砂漠の国、聖ハイサンド大峡谷。これら三国は限りある資源をめぐり争い合うのが常であった。塩と鉄とを奪い合う小競り合いはついに煙鉄大戦と呼ばれる大戦争に発展し、大陸全土を巻き込んだ消耗戦となり、おびただしい数の死傷者を出した。戦に疲弊した三国は停戦。中立な立場を取るノゼリア商会を介して塩と鉄を売買する協定が結ばれ、ノゼリアはようやく平和を享受することとなった。そして30年の時が過ぎ、グリンブルク王国の領主で王に次ぐ武力を持つ名門ウォルホート家とエスフロスト公国の間に新たな縁が結ばれようとしている。
ああ、セレノア様だ。おはようございます。
若様、この度はおめでとうございます。これでウォルホート領も安泰ですね。
今日いらっしゃるんですよね。俺たちも歓迎の
Oh, fuck.
ありがとう。皆、これからもよろしく頼む。
Heir to the house Wolfwar, Serenoa Wolfwar, the only son of Simon, a legendary warrior, and head of the house Wolfwar.
若様、セレノア様。やはり町においででしたか。
Benedict Pascal, steward of House Wolfwar since the Salt Iron War. He has the absolute trust of his liege and has overcome countless difficulties with his intelligence and level-headed judgment.
ベネディクト、領民たちにすっかり噂が広まっているようだ。
エラドールが喜んで触れ回っているのです。後で叱っておきます。
この件は我がウォルホート家だけでなくグリンブルク王国にとっても大事だ。だが隠すことでもあるまい。
しかし若様、お相手の出自は。
事情は聞いた。それがどれほどの意味を持つのかまだわからないが、皆が喜び期待してくれている。私は時代の領主としてしっかりと受け止め答えたいと。
お覚悟は分かりました。私も執事として全力でお支えいたします。
父上の懐刀であるお前がいてくれれば心強い。よろしく頼む。
ではそろそろ港に向かいましょ
う。もう予定の時間にはまだ間があるはず。
先日の雨で川はかなり増水しています。加えて風向きを考慮すると エスフロストの船は予定より早く到着するものかと。
さすがだな。遅れては失礼だ。出発しよう。
Selecting event markers on the world map will advance the story. Two types of events, main and sub. Main events are crucial to the plot, while sub events are entirely optional but will disappear from the map as the story progresses. Selecting event markers on the world map will advance the story. Oh, it's just the two. Alright. Roster, inventory, war chronicle, and system have been added to the main menu. Press Y to open the main menu where you can view your units, prepare for battle, adjust various game settings, and more. Additional features will be unlocked as the story progresses. Game uses an autosave feature. However, there's only one autosave slot. You may save manually or create additional save data files at any time by selecting System, Save from the main menu. You cannot save normally during battle, but quick save data is created at regular intervals. You can manually create quick save data by selecting System, Quick Save. So let's go back. Let's hear the English. Screen will allow you to view a summary of the storyline so far. Is it further along? Oh, it's all the way up there, huh? Oh, there we go. Now I can see it better. Didn't realize how far centered we were. So Glenbrook, Ace Frost, and Hazante.
I thank you for the escort. You are free to go.
But Lady Frederica, there is no one here to receive you.
He will be along shortly, no doubt. If I have heard true, he is not the type to keep a lady waiting.
By your leave, then. We wish you everlasting happiness, my lady.
Thank you. I shall work hard, both for my new home and for my motherland. Please let brother, the Archduke, know that.
As you command, my lady. We leave the rest to you, Gila.
I shan't let you down.
Frederica's tutor, Gila Bryce. Bryce or Brees? Frederica's attendant and tutor in the arcane arts. She once studied at the Ministry of Medicine in Hazante, but the allure of the Ace Frosty archives compelled her to move to the duchy.
Phew, Glenbrook at last. Finally, we can take a moment of respite from our long journey. That said, it would seem we've arrived ahead of schedule.
I much prefer it to being late. This is a momentous day for Esfrost, and for the entire realm. We cannot afford to make a bad first impression.
I agree, which is why we cannot have you looking so tense. Why don't we go for a bit of a stroll?
A fine idea. After all, this may be the last time in a while that I am free to do as I please.
Wait, no. Talk once more. I want to pull up your
Most are
profile.
not inclined to grant liberty to one of Rosellan heritage, such as
Lady
me.
of Aesfrost, Frederica Aesfrost. The eldest daughter of the Aesfrost family and Sereno's betrothed. She is the daughter of the former Archduke and a Roslin woman, and half-sister to Gustadolf.
You brought that pendant with you?
Of course. It is the only memento I have of my mother.
Thank you kindly, little lady. Letting a whole boatload of guards go back home was a stroke of genius. We heard tell you'd be here, and we wanted to be the ones to welcome you.
The winds of fortune are blowing today, aren't they, Pa?
Brigands!
Stand back, Frederica. I shan't let them have you.
Recommended level 2. Well, it's a shame that I was given no such levels. Oh, so I don't like how clunky this is.
What do you intend to do with us?
Make you our little hostages is all. And wring every last coin out of the duchy and House Wolfort.
What's with that pink hair, though? Ya Rosellan? And that lady looks like she's from Hyzant. Did we go after the wrong boat?
Hyzant.
Impossible! The ship was full of Esfrosti soldiers.
Enough! I am without a doubt.
Cut down. Ugh.
Have you bandits no shame? Attacking two innocent women?
And just who in the hell are you?
In Roselia, 3 major guiding convictions prevail: utility, morality, and liberty. These take the form of invisible parameters that are influenced by the choices you make throughout the game. Your decisions will shape Serenoa's convictions, as well as influence which companions may choose to join his cause.
You needn't know who. Surrender now, and we can resolve this peacefully.
Do you even know who you're talking to, boy? We don't do anything peacefully.
Got that right. But if you surrender now, we'll spare your miserable lives.
It appears they're not keen to listen.
Indeed. They don't strike me as the type to be swayed by logic.
Quit your whimpering and just accept you're done for. Once Travis, his daughter Trish, and their mighty crew set their sights on you, ain't nothing you can do.
Bandit leader Travis, the head of a band of thieves that appears all across Zelia steals on a witch. His saving skills are second to none, as is his luck to escape the trouble of ruin.
Enough of this! You'll regret ruining our plans!
To arms, my lord.
Stand back, the both of you.
No, we fight together. I brought this upon us through my indiscretion. Pray allow me to help.
My lady.
I am a teacher of the arcane arts, and Frederica is a most apt pupil.
I can assure you we shan't be a burden.
God damn it, phone.
Then I ask for your support from the back lines.
And you shall have it.
Why didn't you tell me you were having such fun? I would have joined you sooner.
What are you doing here?
Let us talk later. Now,
Blonde,
I believe we
blue-eyed
have some
man.
lawless ruffians to rout.
I was hoping it would make the chick talk. Oh, Benedict's aptitudes in battle. Unwavering support with a strategic edge. Aids comrades with various support abilities. Alters the turn order of his allies. Frederica's aptitudes in battle. A pyromancer whose fire ignites chaos on the battlefield. Cast sweeping spells to assail multiple enemies. Can use fire spells to set flammable squares ablaze. Gila brings balance to the battlefield with powerful healing magic. Specialized in HP recovery magic, healing spells are even more effective on allies in mortal danger.
I hope you adults are ready to learn a hard lesson. You'll need more than numbers to beat us.
Their confidence is admirable, at least. Orders, my lord?
Give them no quarter. We cannot allow brigands to have the run of Wolfort.
Just who are these people anyway?
Now, Benedict.
In battle positioning, turn order are two keys to victory. Tanks from higher ground than that of your target deal increased damage. Yep, could have figured that. Tanks from behind are guaranteed to score a critical hit. Mark will appear when you can perform a back attack. Order in which units take action is determined by their speed attribute. Upcoming turn order is displayed via the AT bar at the bottom of the screen. J and L. Question.
Think you got what it takes to best my family? Ha! Fools, the lot of you. Give 'em a fight, men. Distinguish yourself in battle and you'll receive your due reward.
Blue panels within movement range, but out of enemies range to attack. Purple panels within movement range and enemies range of attack. Red lines indicate enemies that can attack the unit. panels indicate your attack range. Yellow panels indicate the area of effect for the selected command. Okay.
We do not take kindly to thievery here in Wolfort. You will pay for your crimes. Forward!
In this menu, you can choose which command to issue to the selected unit. It's split into 2 tabs, actions and items. Toggle left and right to change tabs. The action tab, you can choose whether to use a normal attack, the unit's weapon, or unique ability. Abilities consume TP and units regain 1 TP at the start of their turn. Items tab contains a list of items shared by the entire party. With few exceptions, a unit can only perform 1 action or use 1 item each turn, so choose wisely. Okay.
You think you're all high and
what I
mighty,
did.
huh? Well, we'll show you we're no slouches ourselves.
Trish, daughter of Travis, head of a band of thieves and steals, blah, 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 blah. She inherited her thieving skills from her father and has enough courage to put the rest of the crew to shame.
Make way.
Oh, I think
We're
I
just
fucked
trying
up.
to make a living here. Yeah.
Damn it!
Our land has no place for those who disregard the law. There is no mercy on the battlefield.
Now! For victory!
Oh, okay. I understand the arrows now. It's which way you face.
Shall we make it a contest, my friend? Let us see who brings down more of these ruffians.
I think not. Whatever would I tell your father if harm were to befall you?
These are no ordinary men.
My lord!
Let us remain calm and clear-headed. That is our surest path to victory. Cool heads shall prevail.
Enemy is struck with a physical attack. Any allies on the opposite side of that enemy will automatically perform a follow-up attack. A mark will appear if attacking the selected target will trigger a follow-up attack. Okay.
We must defend ourselves from this danger that threatens us. I fight for peace.
I struck true, just as I planned.
My lord! Yeah! Defeat is not an option. On your guard.
Your luck has run out.
My turn.
For victory! My lance strikes true!
Ow! Point me at him! Yeah!
My lord!
That worked, huh?
Arr!
Let me heal your wounds. Be at ease.
This will be of great use. I shall try my level best.
Don't right click because it sends you immediately
My
to
lord.
stand. Jesus.
Arr!
God damn it. I'm still learning.
Damn it! Damn it! Ugh.
I will end this.
I struck true, just as I planned.
You savage.
Ouch!
You dare beat up on a woman.
Ah!
Fuck yeah, you do.
Forward! Perish!
May I?
Let us pry out their weakness.
May I?
My turn. Did you see that? Yeah.
Yeah! That worked, huh?
Damn it!
Cool heads shall prevail. Your wounds are healed.
Much appreciated. I fight for peace. With the powers in me.
Spawn enemies occasionally drop spoils, and an ally's turn on the square containing the spoils. To claim it, enemies can also claim spoils, so beware. On rare occasions, enemies drop small boxes containing exquisite spoils. Allies do not need to pick up these items. They are automatically acquired. Spoils cannot be used the moment they are acquired. You must emerge victorious, see the spoils you have obtained, and claim them as your own. All unclaimed spoils will be lost once the battle ends.
No! Yeah!
Coming through!
This one'll hurt. Carefully. Wait your turn.
This is troubling. You have nothing left.
This won't be easy. It ends here. Did you see that?
I struck true.
I have failed.
Ready for battle.
Take that! Cool heads shall prevail. Be at ease.
My utmost thanks.
I fight for peace.
Too slow. Carefully. I'll make this quick.
May I?
I see a path to victory.
Sloppy.
Make way.
Yeah. My lord.
They're good. Be at ease.
I fight for peace.
Unit detail screen shows you unit stats and abilities. You can also equip accessories.
Too slow.
For a better world.
My lord, coming through.
Where the wolf is cornered. I'll make this quick.
My turn.
To lead, I must grow.
I see a path to victory. Sloppy! That seemed to work.
This is good.
For the future of House Wolford.
Let me heal your wounds.
My stratagem is that seemed to work.
I cannot lose. With the powers in me. What?
Don't give them a chance
Ready
to
for
crit,
battle.
and they won't.
I don't play around. Oh, what?
Have another.
Ouch!
For the honor of House Wolfort. Wait your turn. That hit the mark.
One more.
I shall try my level best. You have nothing left.
Damn.
This isn't good. Allow me.
You have my gratitude.
My growth is plain to see.
Over here.
At this rate,
You've made a grave mistake.
Ready for battle. I'll end you.
Fool.
Oh, she's dead.
And where shall we strike?
my turn.
There is no mercy on the battlefield. You have nothing. Just as I planned.
Too slow.
At this rate,
Hello, me. Damn it all! This can't.
Make way!
Defeat is not an option. Wait your turn.
There is no mercy on the battlefield. Your defense is weak.
I can still stand.
Defeat is not an option. I'll make this quick.
Let us pry out their weakness. You have nothing left.
You'll rue this day! Wait, I know that face! That's the Wolfort Lordling!
What's that you say?
Wolfort? It can't be.
What are they doing here so damn soon?
This ain't what we planned for. Let's get out of here.
For a bunch of no-good thieves. At least they know when they're in over their heads.
I would have preferred to apprehend them and see them atone for their crimes, but so be it.
Your bride-to-be is safe. Isn't that what matters?
My bride-to-be?
My sincerest apologies. I had no idea we were being trailed by bandits. But where are my manners? I am Frederica of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. I have come to fulfill our agreement. I am honored to join you in marriage and to call House Wolfort my new home.
The honor and pleasure is mine, Lady Frederica. Pray forgive me for not introducing myself sooner.
To think you'd fight at each other's side in battle before exchanging your vows. Though, I dare say that it bodes well for Wolfort that its new lord and lady make such a fine team.
Your Highness! Here you are. Why, the entire Kingsguard has been scouring the land for you. Did you sneak out of the castle again, Roland?
When I heard my best friend's betrothed was arriving in Glenbrook, I simply couldn't miss the occasion.
Younger Prince of Glenbrook, Roland Glenbrook, younger son of King Regna, who brought the Salt Iron War to its end. Cyrano of House Wolfort is his closest friend. Neat.
While we appreciate the sentiment, perhaps you should have said something to the king.
I'm the least of my dear father's concerns. Though I suspect Huette will think otherwise. I suppose I'd best be on my way back. Rest easy, my fair Lady Frederica. You are in good hands here. I look forward to celebrating your union. Till we meet again.
His ring bore the insignia of Glenbrook's royal family. Could that have been...
Prince Roland, King Regna's younger son.
So a lord and a prince drove off a band of brigands by their own hand. What a fascinating nation we've come to, Frederica.
This is Sheila, my tutor and attendant.
Famed is the martial prowess of the Wolforts. It was an honor to be able to witness it firsthand.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Serenoa of House Wolfort. And this is Benedict, trusted steward of my family.
It is my honor to serve Lord Serenoa in any and all matters.
On behalf of House Wolfort, I welcome you to our domain.
You may think this is an odd question, my lord, but I ask it nonetheless. What does the color of my hair mean to you?
If it is not too forward of me to say so, I find it most beautiful.
Thank you, my lord. But you need not flatter me.
I said only what I mean. I have always been fond of roses, and your hair is as beautiful as any of them.
I adore them too.
Then it would seem we have something in common.
Lady Frederica, everyone awaits. Allow us to escort you back to Castle Wolfort.
Thank you, Benedict. It would be my honor.
Serenoa of Glenbrook's House Wolfort and Frederica of Esfrost will unite in marriage to strengthen the ties between their two nations. In doing so, the newfound allies hope to hold their own in the face of Hyzant's salt monopoly, which continues even now, decades after the war. Who could have known that this was but a prelude to an uprising that would engulf all of Norzelia in the flames of war?
Vision is now available. Encampment community to access the Wolfort's armored camp. Additional features will be unlocked as the story progresses. Alright, 1 second.
wherever did my fool brother run off to? I explicitly told him I wanted him here when we welcome our guests.
Ronnie Glenbrook. Crown Prince and eldest son of Regna, he studies the art of kingship at his father's side and manages the royalists. He often finds himself at odds with his younger brother Roland due to their differing personalities.
It would seem Prince Roland shrugged off the King's Guard and went on a little excursion, as he's wont to do.
Minister of Glenbrook, Patriote Consar. I hope that's how you say his name. A nobleman whose name has long been known throughout Glenbrook. He leads the royalists, affectionately supports the royal family, and dutifully tends to the kingdom's political matters as a minister.
I swear it's as if the boy exists to drive us mad.
He is an embarrassment to our family. No matter. I will see to matters myself.
Your honored guests have arrived, Your Highness.
Merchant of the Norzelia Consortium, Claris Brocker. Merchant who travels among the realm's nations as a member of the Norzelia Consortium, an independent and neutral organization that manages the trade of iron and salt.
I see new faces among them. I trust you can tell me more, Claris.
But of course, Your Highness. The imposing-looking woman over there is General Avlora of Esfrost. Her prowess in battle is such that some say she is the second coming of Groma Ironfist, hero of the Salt Iron War. If the rumors of her strength are true, she is more likely to emerge victorious than any but the Dawnspear himself. Over there is Minister Exham Marshall of the Holy State of Hyzant. He is the newest appointee to the Saintly Seven, and has been placed in charge of the military and diplomatic affairs. 'Tis a rise to prominence nigh unheard of for one so young.
A general of the Grand Duchy and Hyzant's young hope. I imagine this will not be the last I hear of them. I know this man, Sorsley End of Hyzant, yes?
Just so, my lord. As you doubtless know, he is the Holy State's Minister of Salt. A prestigious position, though it is said he feels threatened by Minister Exham of late.
So even the great monolith that is the Holy State is not immune to internal strife. Thank you, Claris. I can see they were not wrong to tap you to lead the consortium.
As the officially appointed bookmaker for the tournament, it would not do for me to be ignorant of the combatants.
Your Highness, Lord Thalos and Lady Erica, brother and sister of the Archduke, have arrived. They will be joining the festivities in Archduke Gustadolf's stead.
Gustadolf.
Word has it that Lord Thalos has been appointed Prime Minister, which would make him the second most influential individual in all of Esfrost.
Archduke Gustadolf is said to prize freedom more than anything. It would seem that includes the freedom to put his own family above all.
With all due respect, Your Highness, the decisions of another nation are their own. Do take care not to say anything that might offend our new allies.
You need not remind me, Patriot. I know there is little to be gained from quarreling with Esfrost's ruling family. Honored guests, I am Franny, Crown Prince of Glenbrook. It is an honor to welcome you to our kingdom in my father's stead. I can assure you we have spared no effort in preparing for tomorrow's festivities. Let us ring in this new age of alliance together. Though I imagine some may be too occupied awing us with their prowess in the tourney to enjoy the revelry themselves. Allow me to escort you to Whitehome Castle, where the ceremony will take place, whenever you're ready.
Oh, I wanted to see the character portraits for all of them.
Prince Roland, finally you return.
At ease, Huette. I trust all was well in my absence.
Well enough. Another visit to the Wolfort domain, was it?
Member of the Glensbrook Kingsguard, Huette Bucklar. Relatively new member of the Kingsguard entrusted with Roland's protection. She dreamed of serving the crown from a young age and was appointed a position in the Kingsguard after years of hard work.
Indeed, on minor business. My apologies for leaving unannounced.
Apologies indeed. You know full well that I am under strict orders from your father to accompany you on any excursions outside the castle.
I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
No, I kinda got you killed.
Besides, no one would lose any sleep if something happened to me. Father and Franny least of all. Even Cordelia would get along perfectly fine without her brother.
Well, I would not. Or have you forgotten that you are my one and only sworn liege?
Huette. Forgive me, truly. It won't happen again.
I should hope not. So it is true that you plan to fight in the tourney on the morrow, and alongside House Wolfort, no less.
How did you...
His Grace told me, when he commanded me to keep you out of trouble.
So Father knew all along.
And so I have decided to fight at your side. You won't be slipping away on my watch this time.
As you wish.
Welcome back, the both of you.
Were there any troubles while we were out?
None to speak of, aside from Eridor here. But what else is new?
Out with it, Benedict! I heard you were beset by brigands. Is the young lord safe?
Lower your voice. Must you always shout so? Or can't you see that it was that big mouth of yours that invited trouble in the first place?
There is no cause for concern, Eridor. Besides, I'm not a child anymore.
Mayhap not, my lord. But I've known you since you were knee-high to a... never you mind.
Eridor Ballantyne. An experienced soldier and commander of Wolford's forces, he has served Simon alongside Benedict since the Salt Iron War and continues to do whatever he can as a loyal retainer to House Wolford.
And this must be the young lord's bride-to-be.
I am Frederica. It is a pleasure and honor to meet you all.
And I am Gila, her attendant. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Allow me to introduce those in service of House Wolfort. This is Eridor, Master at Arms and Commander of our military forces.
You'll be the lady of House Wolfort. No harm will befall you as long as I'm around.
And this is Anna, my right hand.
If you require anything, just say the word.
Anna Pascal, an expert spy in Benedict's right hand, she was taken in by Wolfort. After losing her parents, and swears to do everything in her power to repay that debt.
They may not be of my blood, but they are my family just the same. And from this day on, they're your family as well.
I am aware that in all of Glenbrook, House Wolfort is second only to the royal family in power and influence. I will do my best not to disappoint you.
A joyous day this is! The little lord grew up and found himself the perfect bride. Nigh brings a tear to my eye.
His voice certainly does carry.
Sorry, my lady, but you'll have to get used to it.
My lord, your father awaits you in his chambers. As for me, I must stay and discuss the preparations for tomorrow's festivities with Anna and Eridor.
Lady Frederica, pray come with me. Father is expecting us.
Anna's aptitudes in battle, strikes enemies from the shadows, takes 2 actions in the same turn, can conceal herself from enemy eyes. Eridor's aptitudes, shields allies with superb defensive capabilities, draws the enemy's attacks, counteracts when dealt a physical blow by an adjacent enemy.
As you are well aware, there are 2 events of utmost importance to be conducted before Lord Serenella and his bride are wed.
The ceremony to commemorate the joint mining venture.
Still can't believe I'll be seeing the day when we break ground on a new mine right here in Glenbrook. And with the full support of Esfrost and Hyzant, no less.
You can thank King Regnant for that. It was by his most wise and generous proposal that the 3 nations of Norzelia now strive toward a common goal. Needless to say, delegates from each nation will be joining in the festivities.
From the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, Lord Dragan Esfrost, who is overseeing the technical side of the mining operations. The Holy State of Hyzant will be represented by Minister Lila Viscraft of the Saintly Seven. And our own Lord Simon will serve as Glenbrook's delegate and meet with the 2 before the ceremony. Yes?
Quite so. After that, it will be House Wolfort's responsibility to see that our honored guests feel welcome. Anna, I would trust you safeguarding both Lord Dragan and Minister Lila.
Consider it done.
Then once that stuffy ceremony is over, we can get to the real highlight of the day, the tourney. Ah, my blood's already rushing, just envisioning the greatest warriors from all the realm clashing swords.
from Esfrost, the much-renowned General of Laura. And from Hyzant, Minister Exham Marshall. I have heard much of his prowess as well.
Then, of course, there's our reigning victor, the pride of Glenbrook, Sir Maxwell the Dawnspear. Still, I wish him all the best of luck against their hosts. They'll need it to beat House Wolfort.
On that matter, there are two things I should make clear. Prince Roland has expressed a desire to join the tourney as a member of House Wolfort's contingent.
Why would the boy want to fight with us and not his own arms master?
Apparently, he originally formally requested to do just that, but King Regna would not allow it.
And so he came to the young lord in hopes of finding another way in. Well, he's more than welcome in my book. The royal family said we're free to put together our own contingent after all. I reckon His Majesty would be beside himself with joy if we could deliver a beating to Esfrost and Hyzant.
Doubtless so. Very well. I shall inform the prince that he is welcome in our ranks.
Finally, there is the matter of Lord Simon's health.
Indeed. Sadly, the Lord of the House is in no condition to participate in the tourney. Barring some miracle, I anticipate that Lord Serenoa will have to fight in his Lord Father's stead.
Lord Simon. I suppose age takes its toll on even the mightiest of men. So be it then. You can leave watching over the young lord and Prince Roland to me.
Good. I remind you that while this is a joyous occasion, all of our attendees have their own reasons for coming. Let us not give them an opportunity to catch us unaware.
Father, I bring to you my betrothed, the Lady Frederica.
A pleasure to meet you, my lord. I am Frederica of House Esfrost.
Ho ho! The pleasure is all mine.
Lord of House Wolfort is Simon Wolfort. Legendary warrior whose valor brought an end to the Salt Iron War. Head of one of the three high houses of Glenbrook, he is an exemplary lord who has the love of his people and the king's trust.
Were it not for the efforts of House Wolfort, the Salt Iron War would rage on still today. I do not deserve the honor of joining your esteemed family, but I will endeavor to serve you all the same.
There is no need for such formalities, my girl. You are tired from your journey, I am sure. Pray rest easy tonight.
Thank you, my lord. I believe that in any journey, the first step is the most important. Before we go forward together, I should like to know why you chose to welcome one of Rosellan blood, such as I.
Oh, I'd heard you were a strong-willed one.
Pray forgive my insolence. And yet, I am set to marry into a mighty house of a foreign nation. I should like to know what you wish of me, that I might live up to your expectations.
A most reasonable request. Both of you, listen well.
Yes, Father.
Your marriage was agreed upon by Glenbrook and Esfrost, that the ties between our two nations might be strengthened.
To give us more leverage against Hyzant with their monopoly over salt.
Precisely. With Glenbrook and Esfrost consolidating their power, Hyzant was left with little choice but to join the alliance. And yet, while Lady Frederica is indeed the Archduke's sister, at the same time she is the daughter of a Rosellan concubine. And House Wolfort, for all our military prowess, is no more than a bannerman of the king. If the aim was to forge the strongest bond we could between our two nations,
It would be far more appropriate for my sister, Lady Erica, to wed the Crown Prince of Glenbrook.
just so, yet neither nation chose that. And do you know why?
So that if relations between our two countries were to take a turn for the worse,
we could be cast away like pawns.
Precisely. Such are the schemes of those who rule nations.
I understand now. And yet, no matter how impure the intentions behind this arrangement may be, I will not bring dishonor to the Wolfort name.
Well said, my son. If that is your decision, then...
Father!
Lord Simon!
I am an old man, and my health is not what it once was. For this reason and more, I have made my decision. As of this day, I abdicate my position as Lord of House Wolfort. You will serve in my stead from tomorrow forth, my son.
But, Father, I am not ready to...
My decision is not made lightly. You have already shown me, with your words and your deeds, that you are more than ready. Think always about what your subjects need from you. Weigh your choices carefully, then take action. Do so, and I have no doubt you will make a great lord. And trust in Benedict. He shall serve you as well as he did me.
Thank you, Father. I will spare no effort that one day I may be as beloved by our people as you.
Lady Frederica, your fate is not a simple one. There are many who would try to use the both of you as pawns in their own schemes. Even so, I hope that you will be there to support my son through it all, as his wife, but also as your own person. This is House Wolfort's entreaty, and the wish of a father.
Of course, my lord. 'Twas my intention from the moment I boarded the ship.
Beg pardon, my lord, but Lord Dragan and Minister Lila have arrived.
Very well. Presiding over tonight's banquet will be my final duty as Lord of the House. Tomorrow's ceremony will mark the beginning of yours, my son. And after that will be your wedding. Rest well tonight, both of you, for busy days lie ahead.
30 years after the Salt Iron raged across Norzelia, a vein of precious minerals was unearthed in the kingdom of Glenbrook. From east to west, joy swept the land. United at last in common cause, the kingdom of Glenbrook, the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, and the holy state of Hyzant endeavored to wrest this bounty from the earth, with each nation providing expertise and resources. This uneasy alliance between once bitter enemies will herald a new era.
Oh, fuck.
One after another, dignitaries from each nation arrive in Glenbrook to solidify this accord and toast to its success, the first step on the road to peace. Among those who would forge this road is Serenoa Wolffort. Inheriting the title of Lord Wolffort from his father Simon, he must decide what foundation he would lay for this new era.
Welcome to Castle Wolffort, Minister Lila. Allow me to express my gratitude to the Holy State. Were it not for your nation's generous efforts, this venture would never have come to fruition.
You are too kind, Lord Simon. You too have served an invaluable role in this.
Oh shit. They got a lot of mommies in Saintly 7, Minister of Medicine. Is it Lila or Alila? Whatever. Biscraft. One of the Saintly 7, she is a woman of superior intellect who is appointed overseer of the Ministry of Medicine.
Though I must admit, the news of the union between your son and Lady Frederica came as quite the surprise. None in Hyzant considered that a bannerman of Glenbrook would join with the ruling family of Esfrost. I hear that Lady Frederica is the Archduke's half-sister. I must ask, how did this arrangement come to be?
Your curiosity is only natural. This union was promised during the war, an arrangement made with the previous Archduke. Truth be told, I am surprised one as well informed as yourself did not already know.
And this is your son? As I recall.
Serenoa Wolffort, at your service, Minister.
And I am Frederica Esfrost.
My son still has much to learn, but I believe this marriage will herald a bright future for us all. For today, I intend to step down and leave House Wolffort in Serenoa's capable hands.
You're abdicating your position? Surprising news comes in pairs, I see. Nonetheless, I am happy for you both. I imagine the lords and ladies at tonight's banquet will take great interest in the new Lord Wolffort, as will I.
Pray, go easy on the boy, my lady.
I hear that young Lord Dragan of Esfrost shall also be in attendance?
Indeed. He has been appointed to oversee operations at the Grand Norzelian mines. I understand his star in Esfrost has seen a meteoric rise.
Good. I would like to hear more of this new explosive substance he means to use to blast the tunnels. As a fellow scholar of sorts, if in a different field, I am always curious to learn how great discoveries are made.
He should have arrived by now. Has anyone seen him?
Dragan's gone to see the city. He was halfway there before the gangplank landed on the docks.
Ah, he is your cousin, yes? I see we share an innate curiosity for new places.
The banquet will begin soon. I shall seek him out and escort him there.
Very good. Though I will host tonight's festivities, I want you to act as if you're already Lord of the House. Our guests are the most esteemed personages of their respective nations. Take care not to cause offense.
Of course, Father.
Lord Dragon could be anywhere. I suppose this is as good an opportunity as any to speak with the common folk. Although the game comprises multiple phases, in addition to story scenes and battles, there will also be an exploration phase. In this phase, you may move freely about areas to gather information from the people around you, obtain items, review mechanism. It's mechanisms, right? Terrain features that may serve you in battle and more. B. Press while holding B to perform a dash. Turn the inspiration phase. Can continue with the story. Press button. I've been tasked with attending you at the ceremony tomorrow, my lord. May it be a joyous occasion for all. Me eager to hear your speech, and even more eager to see you triumph at the tourney. And you may have some questions regarding this joint mining venture. Allow me to enlighten you. Combining the expertise and manpower of Noiselia's 3 nations, this mine will unearth the newly discovered vein of iron. We hope this will prove beneficial for all parties, providing wealth and prosperity in equal measure. It is said Lord Dragon's knowledge of ironworking is peerless, and I could think of none more suited to oversee the mine's development. I heard tall Prince Roland is shirking his duties at the castle once again. Thank heavens that shiftless child isn't in line for the crown. That's rude. That's our friend. To see the peace we enjoy now, one would never think that, but 30 years ago our realm was engulfed in war. The Salt Iron War seems not but a far-off nightmare now. Your crest Benedict and I shall take part in the tourney. May we bring victory to House Wolford. Kitty cat! Look at you, you're so adorable. Any shinies going on the screen? Don't look like it. But nothing to miss, my lord. Another quiet day. Playing hide and seek. Until Doc comes home, I need to find a place to hide in quick. Anger comes from a place of concern, not saying you shouldn't hide, but promise you'll keep your safety in mind. I promise with me, Lord, is as good as gold, and I will be glad to hear it. My husband works from dawn till dusk at the port, lifting crates and who knows what else. It's honest work, though, and the backbone of our livelihoods besides. There is no rest for a young lordling. All eyes will be upon you in the coming days. Frederica and I shall make every effort to learn the lay of the land, so that we might share the weight of your duties. It's just like him to gallivant off with nary a word of farewell. Still, I suppose this is a chance to become acquainted with my future home. How would you describe your town, Serenoa? this place truly is alive with the sound of coins changing hands and deals being struck. Wolfort lies in between Glenbrook and Hizant. Merchants from near and far come here to sell their wares. It is the beating heart of our domain, and it is my duty to ensure the safety of all within. And you minister to your duty well, I see. The people are happy, and of that there can be no doubt. Absolute dog shit of voices. I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna try. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I must make ready for the wedding ceremony. What gift would best suit the union of you and Lady Frederica? It's an impossible choice. Perhaps an audience with Lord Seaman. Spark inspiration. Oh, this is Dragon. Oh my god. It just looks evil. Overseer of the Grand Roselian Mines, Dragon Icefrost. After his father's Farg was all but relegated to life on the Icefrosty Outlands, he dedicated himself to his studies of the archives in hopes of restoring his family's honor. He's a young genius who discovered how to make explosives. His town is prosperous and his people have faith in them. What an impressive achievement by my experience. You are too kind, Lord Dragon. My apologies, but you are. The apology should be mine. I'm Serenal Wolfort. I've come to remind you to return to the castle before the banquet begins. Certain parties were quite insistent. Of course, I appreciate the consideration. I would like to explore the town a while longer. Rest assured, I shall be punctual in my arrival. A lot of folk have come to live, or have come to town for the ceremony. I even saw a man earlier wandering about in a wide-eyed wonder. That man over there. I can scarce remember the last time Glenbrook was host to such a marvelous tourney. Who among the nations will win glory, which will be known as the fiercest in all Norselia? I mean to be there when history is made. Me too! Hi, Eridor. I still can't believe Travis and his feral spawn attacked your bride. Your dear bride to be like that. Just glad we got there before any real harm could be done, Lord. Were you there? I don't... You weren't even there, dog. Most esteemed personages from each nation will be attending the ceremony. I hear a veritable melting pot of politics. Such an opportunity to meet and speak with your peers must not be wasted, my lord. Journey. I think it will begin soon, Lord Dragon, and I had best not ride late. Stretch. Ow. The banquet.
I thank you for your hospitality today, Lord Serenoa.
Think nothing of it. Did you enjoy the city, Lord Dragan?
Quite. Its people are full of life and love for their lord. That says all I need to know about House Wolfort.
It's not the voice I would match to that face.
You honor us with your words.
I am only being frank. Frederica is the sister of the Archduke, after all, and my cousin besides. I would not see her marry into an unworthy house. Suffice to say, my expectations were exceeded.
I have heard much of your ingenious contributions to the mining efforts. I sense prosperous days are ahead of us.
As do I. Finally, our nations enter into an age unfettered by war. With Esfrost's iron, Hyzant's salt, and Glenbrook's mediation, there is no limit to what we can achieve. We must regard each other as equals and forge mutually beneficial relationships.
I sense skepticism in your words, Lord Dragan. Do you mean to imply our relations are not already mutually beneficial?
I need not imply anything. The salt tax you claim makes my case more than clear.
Bold words from one so young. Is that how peers speak to one another?
Hey, now, chill.
Perhaps the young ones, yes. What do you think, Lord Serenoa?
Dissatisfaction with the salt tax was one cause of the war, was it not?
Salt is a divine boon, a gift from the goddess to her true believers. This is the foundation of the teachings that guide us in Hyzant. By allying with Esfrost, do you mean to gainsay our most fundamental beliefs?
Of course not, Minister. We understand that the source is Norzelia's sole supply of salt. And we would not deny that it is the Holy State's right to harvest and tax it as you see fit.
Thank you for acknowledging that. Though it strikes me that your words are measured.
You needn't be so non-committal, Lord Serenoa. It is only reasonable that the three of us have differing opinions on the matter. However, that is all the more reason for us to be open to frank discussion.
Honored guests, pray forgive my son. We of House Wolfort are but simple warriors. I'm afraid matters of finance and politics do not come to us naturally. This, however, I can say. We will fight injustice and tyranny wheresoever it may be. Of course, we do not enjoy conflict. Still, we will not hesitate to defend our land and our people should the need arise. No matter how mighty the threat, we will fight for home and kingdom.
Yes, Lord Simone. Of that we are keenly aware.
I apologize if I spoke out of turn. But the fact remains that as every winter passes, the tension between our nations grows, and salt is the cause. The common folk have all but forgotten its taste. I simply want to ease their suffering.
The ministry I oversee is committed to the preservation of life. I personally believe that salt should not be a luxury reserved for the privileged few. All those who live require it. Not just those lucky enough to be born within the borders of our holy state.
You agree with me, then?
How I feel matters little. In Hyzant, the word of the goddess, as conveyed to us from the lips of the Hierophant, is absolute. But perhaps this joint mining venture of yours may lead to the change you seek.
Indeed, we must set our gazes to the future. All of us. I expect you will be the ones to usher us into a new era.
Yes, Father.
Man, these guys don't have shit for land. It's all mountains. These guys are all desert. So we got the Falks, Wolfort, and the Tellur.
Father spoke not a single word to me today. Before long, I fear I might forget the sound of his voice.
Please, sister, you weep and wail like a common girl. Show some composure. Father has a kingdom to rule, a kingdom engaged in a historic endeavor. He has more important duties than to pamper a spoiled child.
Yes, of course, brother.
Princess of Glenbrook, Cordelia Glenbrook, the third child and only daughter of King Ragna, who brought the Salt Iron War to its end. She is a young princess with a graceful air about her and prefers her kind-hearted brother Roland over the high-strung Franny. Me too.
You speak as if father's duties include anything more than licking the boots of these dignitaries. It is inconceivable he cannot spare the time to break bread with his daughter.
You speak out of insolence and ignorance, Roland.
I speak only the truth. He leaves all the cumbersome tasks to the Wolforts and Minister Patriot.
A king's word is to be obeyed.
And what of his subjects? Do they exist simply to bring him glory? To take the blame for his failures?
I'm having some stomach issues. Sorry, shall be right back. Apologies. Apologies.
They are to serve as he sees fit.
The hell they are.
Believe as you wish. Speaking of his subjects, it appears lordship of House Wolfort will be passed down to young Serenoa.
What?
How fortunate for you to have a friend in the new lord. Best not take loyalty for granted, however. House Wolfort is obedient enough for now, but that can change as quickly as the wind. Use them well when you can, but be ready to bring down your fist if they dare to rise above their station.
Don't speak of them like lapdogs. They're not servants, they're my friends.
Do you really think to lead with such a soft heart? You are not fit to wear the royal signet.
Oh, stop this fighting at once. You frighten me.
Enough of this.
Where are you going, brother?
To train with Sir Maxwell. I would clear my head. There is a tourney on the morrow, after all.
Brother!
I yield.
Your spear wavers, my prince. Something weighs on your mind.
You've always been able to see through me.
It's no great feat. Your heart lies ever on your sleeve.
Do I hear disapproval in your voice?
Not exactly, my prince. It can be a weakness, yes, but it can also be your strength.
God damn it.
After all, sometimes a direct strike is most effective at piercing a formidable defense.
I will take those words to heart, Sir Maxwell. Thank you for today.
The pleasure was mine. I expect a good fight from you tomorrow. In the final match, no doubt.
I take the field with House Wolfort. Together, I have no doubt we can emerge triumphant.
Ah, that would explain your improvement. Young Serenoa is a worthy training partner. Even so, I have no doubt you've held your own against him. Tomorrow you shall show the realm what I already know. That you are a warrior worthy of your family's legacy.
Sir Maxwell, Sometimes I wish I wasn't a prince. Sometimes I wish I'd been born your son instead.
Surely you jest, Your Highness. Your father is a great king, and an even greater man. It is an honor to serve him as I do.
Apologies. I forget myself. I must have taken quite a blow. Anyhow, I suppose I should rest till the morrow. Be well, Sir Maxwell.
It cannot be easy being the youngest prince. To have others expect nothing from you, yet still shake their heads in disapproval. But you can rise above this, my prince. Seize your chance and lay everyone's doubts to rest once and for all.
Now that's what I call a feast. You've landed quite the catch, Frederica. He is a good man. I can see it in his eyes.
In his eyes. You are too kind, Lord Dragan.
And humble as well. Are you impressed as I, Frederica?
I can tell that your heart is pure and gentle, my lord.
Lady Frederica.
Forgive me if I caused offense. I thought only to return your sincerity and kind.
No apologies are needed. I am happy to meet your approval.
Thank you, my lord.
Words come so easily to the both of you. A perfect match.
Forgive my curiosity. What sort of life did Lady Frederica lead in Esfrost?
Her life? Truth be told, my dear Serenoa, not a pleasant one. Those of Rosellan blood are looked down upon in Esfrost, even if they are the daughter of the Archduke's concubine. Gustadolf's full siblings are the worst of the lot. They have not a shred of human compassion between them. They cruelly bully the girl endlessly, regardless of time or place.
Is this...
True? Of course it is. I know Frederica's suffering all too well. My own father lived ever in the shadow of his elder brother, the former Archduke. Our house, too, is met with sneers by those who consider themselves our betters. But no more! I shall show all those simpering fops that it is not birth that makes greatness, but deeds. And so I did my due research at the archives, that my grand invention shall blast our way forward!
Dragan, please. I believe you've had enough to drink.
You can hardly blame me for availing myself of Glenbrook's finest libations, brought by traders from the realm over. Each cask more exotic than the last. Why, to not partake would be an affront to our newfound allies.
Just make sure your head is clear for tomorrow. Or have you forgotten you're meant to be representing your nation?
Yes, a ceremony to usher in a new age of harmony and prosperity. I am too young to have known the war, so I see our three nations joining hands more as a matter of expedience. But what of you, my kin-to-be? How do you see our grand cooperative venture?
It is the first step towards true harmony among our three nations. I welcome it.
I see. I admire your optimism, even if I cannot say I share it.
I know that old grudges die hard. Still, I choose to believe we can overcome our differences.
Truly, a kind-hearted soul you are. And people are ever eager to follow a kind heart over a wicked one. Yes, I suspect it shall be your strength going forward. In any event, it is always good to have another perspective on matters. Let me tell you what I believe. I believe we're on the cusp of a great achievement! As always,
It is the young who must bear the burden of building the future. Old shoulders are frail, old minds stubborn. Whatever lies in our future, those who make it will mark their names in history. And mine will be writ large for all to see! And I would write yours next to it, my dear cousin. Pray, come visit me at the mines once operations are underway, and I shall...
Dragan, are you quite all right?
Worry not, Frederica. I'm just a bit tipsy. Perhaps I should just lie.
It would seem Lord Dragan has turned in for the night.
Quite the passionate fellow, isn't he?
He's never been one to hide his ambition, ever since we were little. Neither does he hide his disapproval of my brother and Trueborn siblings.
Feelings which you share?
I grant it would be satisfying to see the sneers of those who look down on me wiped from their faces. But I also agree with Lord Simone that we must set our gazes to the future. Though I know not yet how I might best serve in this new age, I would do what I can.
We are of the same mind in that regard, my lady. Let us ease the weight of each other's burdens.
Please, call me Frederica. We are to be husband and wife after all.
Of course, my... Frederica. Pray call me Serenoa as well. We should carry your cousin to his chambers. Will you help me, Frederica?
Certainly, Serenoa. Let us take care not to wake him, lest he resume his prattle.
Benedict. I thought I might find you here.
My lord.
Did you tell her that Serenoa would soon be taking over as lord of our house?
Forgive me, my lord. I did not think to...
Save your apologies, Benedict. Doubtless she was overjoyed to hear it from you. Destra always did trust you above all her advisors. As do I. For 30 years you have served my house better than I ever could have asked for.
You honor me, my lord.
My lord? I suspect this will be the last night I will hear those...
My lord, I will call for a healer at once.
Do not bother, Benedict. It will avail me not. You know as well as I how my heart now fails me.
My lord.
And so I entrust Serenoa to you. For our house, pray heed this old man's final order.
Certainly. I will live to serve your son until I breathe my last.
Did you hear that, Destra? Our boy is in good hands. My old dear friend, long have we stood together.
I will not let you down, my lord.
Always gotta check to make sure there's no side shit.
My beloved son, Serenoa, will oversee the matters of our house from this day forward. I expect you to serve him as dutifully as you served me.
Of course, Lord Simone.
Aye, my lord. Our undying loyalty to House Wolford. My son, listen well. A lord's judgment shapes the fates of his kin and subjects alike. Responsibility for their well-being now falls on your shoulders. You must lead them well.
Yes, Father. I shall keep those words close to my heart. To that end, I require wise counsel. Together, you possess a wealth of experience. As Lord of House Wolfort, it is my duty to consider the best course from every perspective afforded me. I shirk not from this responsibility. At the same time, I would be a fool to not seek guidance from those more traveled than I. For my house and my people, I trust I can rely on you.
Well spoken, my son. I dare say you are more than ready to receive this.
The Scales of Conviction, a holy relic, said to be blessed by the deities of old.
It was gifted to our family by the King of Glenbrook. From this day on, I entrust it to you. However, it is of little use without these.
Coins. 7 of them.
Tokens of conviction, we call them. Give one each to only your most trusted retainers and allies. They will guide you when the path is darkest. Their words will illuminate the pitfalls ahead. Heed well the advice of your friends and subjects, and choose your steps carefully. Such has been the way of our house, and such you must see it always shall be.
I will, Father. I shall treasure these gifts and make wise use of them in times of need.
Very good. Now do your duty, my son.
We await your orders, my lord.
We depart for the capital at once. May this ceremony be but the first of many joyous occasions ahead of us.
For House Wolford!
And so the stewardship of House Wolffort passes from father to son. Lord Simone Wolffort, beloved throughout Glenbrook, entrusts the future to young Serenoa. With the ceremony to mark the beginning of the joint mining venture and a tourney on the horizon, the Wolfforts set forth to the Crown City. With no heroic deeds yet to his name, the new Lord Wolffort sets his eyes on the proving grounds, eager to show his worthiness.
So Lord Simone will step down. I suppose the time comes for us all to pass on the torch eventually.
King of Glenbrook, Ragnar Glenbrook. The current King of Glenbrook, he is revered as the wise king who brought the South Iron War to its end. He launched the joint mining venture between the three nations as its coordinator.
What wisdom has your father bestowed upon you?
He has told me what it means to be lord of a house.
Very good. Serenoa of House Wolffort. The crown of Glenbrook now looks to you for loyal service and brotherhood.
Yes, Your Majesty. I shall not disappoint.
I dare you to say that again, Thalis.
Must you make me repeat myself?
Prime Minister Aesfrost, Thallus Aesfrost, Archduke Gustadolf's younger brother. He was appointed Prime Minister at a young age and is the second most powerful man in Aesfrost. Looks like a kind.
I am the Prime Minister of Aesfrost. I and I alone am fit to represent our nation. Go push your papers in the shadows like the minor lordling's son you are.
You would shame me? You, who would be nothing if not for your high birth.
Your ineptitude is mocked by noble and commoner alike.
Dragan, you forget yourself.
You both forget yourselves.
Frederica?
If you must bray at each other, then do so back home.
God damn it.
Your bickering will bring shame upon our nation.
Such strong words, sister.
Just my fucking PC. Sister of the Archduke, Erica Aesfrost. Archduke Gustadolf's younger sister, unlike her older brother, she judges others based on their lineage and greatly dislikes those not from her family's main line. Also, looks like an ass.
Do you think you're above us now that you're being wed to mighty House Wolfort?
Please, Erica.
My apologies, but the ceremony will begin soon. I ask the delegates of each nation to make their preparations.
And you must be Sarah Noah Wolfort. Well, I suppose we should bother the happy couple no longer. Well done, Frederica. I see you've inherited your mother's wiles. She always did have a way with men.
Too bad you also inherited her hair. That sickly pink makes me want to retch.
Pray forgive my cousins, Lord Serenoa, and forgive me if I was out of line.
Those two, they were...
Thallus and Erica Aesfrost. Full brother and sister to Archduke Gustadolf. And my half-siblings.
Dickheads.
I see. Well, I hope that we can all come together for the sake of our grand endeavor.
Smithy is now available. Speaking of the encampment, I had done that nothing. Check it out. Now it's to leave. As blacksmith, I have the privilege of looking after everyone's weapons. It's my honor to forge and repair whatever Wolfort's warriors require. Any blades that need tempering or bows that need priming, you need only say the word. Man, we must get a lot of people. At the smithy, you can upgrade your weapons and unlock weapon abilities. Both of these services requires materials and coin. Each weapon has 3 ranks. Increasing a weapon rank unlocks more powerful abilities for that weapon. You can acquire weapon abilities within the same rank in any order, but the later a skill is learned, the more materials it will require. If a weapon ability is connected to another with an arrow icon, then they must be acquired in the order the arrow indicates. Weapon abilities contained within a box marked with or cannot be active at the same time. However, once you have acquired either one, both become available, and you may switch between them at no cost. Oh. So yeah, sword, long sword, silver sword, and question marks. Then weapon damage up, max HP, physical defense, magic defense, and luck. That looks like an luck up. No idea what those are. So it kind of sucks that you can't look at them. Even just to see, you know. But oh well. Cane sword, fox cane, whatever that is. So he's just got a shield. If it isn't Lord Serenoa, how do you do? This humble merchant has brought the finest selection of goods from across the realm. Please have a look. As a provisioner, you can purchase items and accessories and sell unwanted items in your possession. You cannot reap the benefit of accessories simply by purchasing them, so remember to equip them to the ally of your choosing. This may be accomplished to the unit details are on the unit details screen, the inventory menu, or via the prompt that appears after purchasing this accessory. So, looking at it, it looks like there are 2 different types of currencies. Whatever this is going to be used for. Because I know that this is from doing like the special shit in combat, like back attacks. So, the combo attacks between 2 people. Getting a hit and then also getting another hit from the person behind him. So I wonder what that currency will be used for. Nowhere to go but to continue on. What's with the hourglass though? Not hourglass, fucking, what is that called? Magnifying glass. Jesus.
My honored guests, I am pleased to announce that operations at the Grand Norzelian Mines have commenced in earnest.
The Earth has yielded treasures more magnificent than even we had anticipated. May the mines endure for many years as a symbol of prosperity for all of our nations.
Well said. With Hyzant's salt and capital, Esfrost's ingenuity, and Glenbrook's raw materials and manpower, our realm's future is bright indeed. It is a partnership built on 3 pillars, each bearing equal weight. We owe a debt of gratitude for all who have supported this grand venture. A particular note is Lord Dragan, whose knowledge has allowed us to so swiftly see our labor bear fruit. And House Wolfort, whose mediation has proved invaluable in forming this accord. May their deeds be forever remembered by history. Let us raise our cups and toast to their health and happiness.
Huzzah! 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 Lord Serenoa is smiling from ear to ear. Shame his parents couldn't be here to see this.
Do not get too swept away in the moment, Eredor. We have a job to do here, and the day has only begun.
Now that the formalities are done with, let the festivities begin. Step forward, Sir Maxwell.
Will I be able to view his profile?
This is the one they call the Dawn Spear.
Source. Ugh, you are one ugly motherfucker. Saintly 7, Minister of Salt. Sourcely Ende. Oh.
Fuck.
Saintly 7's Minister of Salt. He manages all things related to the source from which the Holy State's wealth
Glenbrook's fiercest warrior. They say he has never known defeat.
No, we have. The Saintly Seven, Minister of Arms, Exarm Marshall. One of the Saintly Seven, he is a knight who showed promise at a young age and was subsequently entrusted with the nation's military matters. He looks kind of cool, but also like a dick, you know?
I would take the measure of this man.
Oh, and here we have Avlora. General of the Esfrosti Army, Avlora. A woman orphaned by war, she toiled to earn the rank of general and is known as the strongest in Esfrost. Her skills are acknowledged by even the Archduke himself.
Now that the foundations for peace have been laid, let us be stifled by rigid formality no longer. There is a tourney to be had, after all. A much more entertaining event than my endless speeches.
Hear, hear! Hear, hear!
Will any among you prove a match for our Sir Maxwell, the champion of our previous challenge? I very much look forward to finding out. Until then, help yourselves to our hospitality and our wine.
That is a shame,
Eat,
Dad.
drink, and be merry. It shall not be long until final preparations are complete.
Our time is nigh, Sarah Noah. Ah, but I forget myself. Our time is nigh.
I'll hop on after I finish this chapter.
Congratulations, my friend.
Or whatever the fuck they call him.
Thank you. But living up to the title will be no easy task.
You'll do your father proud, I'm sure. Unlike some of us.
Have more faith in yourself, my friend. After all, you too shoulder the future of the kingdom.
I wonder if Glenbrook will truly flourish thanks to anything I do.
Of course it will. It already has. Besides, House Wolford is at your back.
My apologies. And thank you. I shall strive to be worthy of your support.
You two are quite the pair, aren't you?
Fast friends from the day we met. And you are?
Apologies for not introducing you sooner.
Mommy
this is
Hewitt.
of the Kingsguard.
I am tasked with keeping His Highness safe, though he often seems to resent it. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you, Lord Wolford.
Ah, Prince Roland has told me much about you. I can see he is in good hands.
I shall see that it is so, my lord.
Now let us begin our preparations. Today we take the field, and today
we claim victory.
We got bodies. Roland's aptitudes in battle. A melee warrior with range. Strike foes 2 squares in front of him with his spear. His steed grants him exceptional mobility. Hewitt's aptitudes. Oh, she's an archer mommy. Rains arrows down on foes from the back of a hawk. Easily traverses terrain with large elevation changes. The higher the ground, the greater her range. Discreeter guess would also give me a chance to take a measure of my soon-to-be opponents. Get it good. Oh, look at me. There we go. I feel like there's a lot of talking in this area. With you by my side, friend, I feel we could take on the entire realm. I dare say we may even give the Dawnspear his first taste of defeat. It is an honor to be allowed to fight by House Wolford's side. I shall do my utmost to bring honor to you on the battlefield. Keep an eye out for shinies. I understand your medal shall be on display at the tourney, my lord. May it leave an impression on all in attendance. My lord, before the tourney begins, I would like to ask you a single question. To what end do you believe this contest is being held? Very good, my lord. Although the weapons will be blunted, there will be victors and vanquished all the same. The attendees will be curious to see a new lord's talent. Does he possess the ferocity of his forebears? The answer to that question shall be determined soon, and shall ring far into the future. Stories of Minister X-Arm's skill have reached even the lips of my servants. I very much look forward to learning the truth of these tales. Young Lord Wolford, thank you for the honor of including me among such esteemed company. Each face I see is more impressive than the last. Even members of the Saintly Seven have deigned to step foot upon our shores. Of course, I have had many dealings with Hezant. In the past, I am taken to understand that all are equal in the eyes of their goddess, and even those not of noble birth can achieve prestigious stations. I intend to use this opportunity to avail myself of this famed equality and perhaps win the ear of a saint in the process. Country where station is decided not by birth, I was not aware his aunt's goddess was so equitable in her judgment. I would very much like to make time to visit. As the game progresses, you can uncover information and I will unlock additional responses in future conversations. Review the knowledge you've amassed thus far by selecting War Chronicle and information from the main menu. I am Source Leande, but I'm sure you know that. I have the honor of being one of the Saintly Seven. The duties of a young lordling are many, but I trust you are more than capable. May this mind bring prosperity to us all. Such a massive endeavor is bound to be fraught with danger. If you or yours ever require medical treatment, pray visit the Ministry of Medicine. We are blessed with the finest medical minds in Norzelia, but our facilities aren't open to just anyone. Mention my name, however, and every service shall be at your disposal. Or tell of the Ministry it said that even the most grievous wounds can be treated there. Very much like to see how such miracles are performed. You are the new Lord of House Wolford, yes? I have seen you from afar, but I believe this is the first time I've had the pleasure of speaking with you. Even now, the common folk sing of your house's bravery during the Salt Iron War. However, I suspect it shan't be long before they sing of House Martial's deeds instead. I look forward to seeing you at the tourney, Lord Serenov. Oh yeah, he's from... because his name is X-Arm Marshall or whatever the fuck. Congratulations on your recent appointment as Lord. I'm sure the entire realm will celebrate the occasion. Lord Simon has ever been a dear friend to us. Pray do not hesitate to come to us in times of need. Hi, Draken. Is it true that General Avlora will be taking the field in the tourney? The right hand of the Archduke, rivaled only by her lord in ferocity. I doubt she judges a friendly competition to be worthy of her abilities. Still, if she lives up to her reputation, then she wouldn't have to try hard to prove a match for even the mightiest warrior. You're joining the tourney with my brother, aren't you? Sir Maxwell has trained with him since he was little. Roland could barely stand after they sparred. But he even walks like the Dawnspear now. I'm so proud to have him as my brother. My apologies. Franny is always saying I let my emotions get the better of me. Please, keep my brother safe, will you? With the wedding on the horizon, I imagine time must be a precious resource for you. Your life is on the cusp of great change, my young lord. Still, I pray you remain a faithful friend to my brother. He has his foibles, but I care for him all the same. Foibles. Foibles. Soon you will lead your first foray into battle, and Lady Frederica and I shall experience true combat for the first time. Do you have a stratagem in mind? I see you intend to charge headlong into your first battle. Indeed, the strategy may lack subtlety, but it is honest. In times of peace, it would not do to rely on deceitful tactics. How we comport ourselves on the battlefield shall be a reflection of our conduct outside of it. I intend to make others know House Wolford can be trusted. Very wise, my lord. If peace between nations is continued, then the role of warders must change with the times. However, you mustn't forsake the legacy you have inherited. I believe the course you have chosen weaves a delicate path through two ideals. Thales and Erica. I wonder if those two would deign to participate in the tourney. Carry your father's legacy on your shoulders, young lord. Eager am I to see how it fits you. Oh, you can see him. The Dawnspear of Glenbrook. Maxwell Trier. Strongest warrior of Glenbrook, also known as the Dawnspear. He was appointed the Kingdom's Master of Arms by Regna, who recognized his skills in combat. I've trained the prince since he was scarcely old enough to hold a spear. I have a great interest in seeing his performance at the tourney. I would wish you good luck, but I would rather your skill carry you to victory. Who the fuck is Sylvia? Oh, Lord of House Tellior, Silvio Tellior. The Lord of House Tellior, one of Glenbrook's high houses, his distant domain lacks the fighting power of the other two houses, but has been entrusted with safeguarding the kingdom's precious reservoir. Lord Serenoa, congratulations on your recent appointment. The news of Lord Simone's abdication was sudden, to be sure, but all lords must give up their position in time. Still, I am certain having that immense responsibility thrust upon you at such a young age must be trying indeed. If you ever require counsel or simply a sympathetic ear to bend, do not hesitate to call upon House Tellior. I fucking lost my words there for a second, huh? Boop, boop, boop. A predictable match with a predictable outcome. Well, fuck you too. Suppose we haven't formally met yet. I'm Erica Acefrost. Yes, Frederica is my sister, although I hardly think of her as such. This country is old, for a lack of a better word. I'm certain it will fit her sensibilities perfectly. Twat. Serenoa Wolford. How good to see you again so soon. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Thalas Icefrost, at your service. I suppose soon I shall be calling you my brother-in-law. This is quite the castle you have, full of history and great deeds. I hope that one day fate sees it fit to deliver me one so grand. Oh, I just started reading. Oh, maybe that was actually something important to read. Whoops. From House Wolford, yes, your reputation is formidable to be sure, but Aesfrost's military is second to none. Day and night we train, and I dare say even our rank and file to be a match for any other army's elite troops. Why, just the other day, we managed to capture a particular dangerous smuggler. He was swift as a horse and as deadly with a bow as any man alive. I even broke a bone in the process. Skill would have doubtless made him a capable soldier. It's a wonder what disparate paths our choices send us down. I accidentally skipped that guy's first dialogue, and I was just like, fuck it. I mean to question any Aesfrost I can about the archives. It is said that within the archives countless tomes lies the answer to any and all questions that have ever been asked. You only need to seek them out. A house of boundless knowledge, that's certainly something I'd like to see with my own eyes. Past a group of soldiers clad in black armor on the way here. Are those Aesfrost's storied black irons? Lord Serenoa, Benedict has been looking for you, but it seems you've already spoken. First Tourney is the lord of your house, eh? I knew the day would come, but it still brings tears to my eyes to see it. Always remember that Benedict and I are at your back, my lord. Come to us for whatever you need. That includes the Tourney. He needs someone in the dirt, my lord. I'm your man. Let's show him what stuff House Wolford is made of. The Bloody Shield himself will be fighting on behalf of Aesfrost during this year's tourney. He's the captain of the Duchy's elite Hawk Riders and a fierce Hawk Shield himself. Look forward to seeing the man in action. Never seen a woman or a man, for that matter, quite like Minister Lila. Beautiful, elegant, brilliant. What I wouldn't give to serve under someone like her. Word has it, her new assistant is a strapping young researcher said to be well versed in ice magic. I knew I should have spent more time at my books instead of training her. Very much like to see the skill of Minister Lila's new assistant for myself. Perhaps I will, and sooner rather than later. It must be Lord Wolford. I am Patriarch of House Kanzar, I think it said. By King Regna's grace, we were chosen above all others to attend this momentous ceremony. 'Tis an honor, truly. All we have, we owe to our king. Let us continue to serve him as well as we can. Minister's aid. Today I fight by Sir Maxwell's side in the tourney. I could not envision a greater honor than this. May we cross swords, Lord Serenoa, and may the fight be one to remember. Lord Serenoa, I understand the Wolford name is now in your hands. Allow me to reintroduce myself as your peer. Oh, Fawkes. Landroy Fawkes, the Lord of House Fawkes, one of Glenbrook's high houses. His bow arm is said to surpass that even of Simone. Fuck. The king himself praises both his battle prowess and fierce loyalty to the crown. I am Landroy Fawkes, Lord of one of Glenbrook's 3 high houses. This tourney will be your first and best chance to show the skill of Wolford's new generation. You have my support. May you find success deserving of a high house. Let us hope this tourney brings the same thrills as last year's. I won't soon forget the final bout between Lord Simone and the Dawn Spear. Aye, 'twas a match for the histories. 'Tis a shame Lord Simone won't be here to have another go at it. His son is representing House Wolford this year, I hear. Don't reckon one so green can stand against the likes of the Dawn Spear, but I've seen stranger things. I think that's everybody. Oh, there's this knight back here. Alright, the Dawn Spear is returning to defend the title he won at the previous tourney. Let's hope he hasn't been resting on his laurels. Did I? I don't think I've seen a single shiny. There's no other shinies. What about back there? I didn't know about the camera turning. No? Shit, I like my lootsies. Tourney will begin soon. I'd best head back. Level 3. So before that, so this takes iron. Also iron, timber, stone, fiber, stone, and iron, timber and fiber. Iron and stone. And also money. So 300, 600, 900. Or roll install level 1.
The combatants have arrived, and the stage has been set. Let us introduce the champions who will fight for the glory of their nations. Fighting for the honor of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost, General Avlora. Fighting for the honor of the Holy State of Hyzant, Minister Exham Marshall. Fighting for the honor of the Kingdom of Glenbrook, House Wolfort. And last but not least, the victor of our previous tourney, Sir Maxwell the Dawnspear.
Hurrah! Hurrah! The Wolfort Lordling is here in his father's stead, I see.
Lord Simon's heroics on the battlefield are the stuff of legend. A pity I couldn't match swords with him today.
You will match swords with me. I promise to make it every bit as exhilarating as Father would.
You have his spirit, if nothing else.
Indeed. I look forward to crossing swords with you.
The combatants have assembled. Now, let the battles begin! I shall announce our first pairing, as chosen by lots. Minister Exham and Lord Wolfort, make ready for combat!
During battle preparation, you can survey the battlefield, place units, you may return to the encampment. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Choose the initial placement of your units before battle begins. Select the unit you wish to move with A. Move to the square you wish to place a unit, and then press A once more. If the square you've selected already has a unit on it, the units will select these things. So I got, oh my god, these guys, 2, 3, and 4. Sleep. How about that? Now these guys have so much health too, compared to my guys. It's almost unfair. But oh well. So he's there. He can put people to sleep. I don't like that. Only do what I can do.
Be gentle, my lords. I'm not as strapping as once I was.
I expect no quarter from you, Prince Roland, nor from you, Lord Serenoa. Show us the swordplay your house is so famous for.
They're two of Hyzant's most famed generals. We'll have no room for mistakes.
Then we shall make none. Now, let us show the realm the mettle of the new generation.
For honor and glory!
I will end this.
Charge!
When choosing to command, the word weak will appear over enemy units that are susceptible, while resistant will appear over those who are not. Gain the upper hand in battle by exploiting enemy weaknesses. So he is weak to the lance, I'm guessing.
Shall we begin?
Good try.
Time to take flight. Darkness engulfs you.
Oh, he resists it.
Defeat is not an option.
There is no mercy on the battlefield. I have your back.
Much appreciated.
Come at me! Come and get me!
Damn it! To battle, I suppose.
Status changes are denoted with an icon and a turn counter. One turn will be deducted from the counter when the afflicted unit's turn arrives. Variety of status changes. Poison deals damage at the start of each turn. Paralysis prevents units from taking any action. Silence prevents units from using abilities. Sleep prevents units from taking any actions. Attacks on sleeping units will be critical hits. Unit wakes up upon taking damage. Immobility prevents unit from moving. Blindness reduces unit's accuracy. Fury draws target's attacks to the caster. Tempt lures target to their opponent's side. Effect may end when taking damage. Instant death kills unit instantly. Auto revive automatically revives the unit when their HP reaches 0. Regen grants HP at the start of each turn. Invincible unit ignores all damage. Take cover renders unit invisible to the enemy. Unit is unveiled upon attacking enemy, standing directly before an enemy or taking damage. Fire counter deals fire damage to an adjacent enemy using a physical attack. Ice counter deals ice damage to an attacking enemy. Act again allows a unit to perform 2 actions in the same turn. Stop prevents a unit from taking any actions. Effects wear off over time. Protect allows caster to take damage for a selected unit. Guaranteed critical unit strikes a critical blow that is guaranteed to hit. Absorption converts a specific element's damage to HP. Neat. Delayed damage deals damage after a set number of turns. Extended range extends the range of a unit's normal attack. Protective aura reduces damage taken by adjacent allies.
Cool heads shall prevail. Your wounds are healed.
Thank you.
I fight for peace. With the powers in me.
I will end this. Allow me.
You brute!
Victory is within reach.
You brute!
Victory is within reach.
Certain maneuvers will award you kudos, which can be traded for value items at the encampment Sundry Shop. The Sundry Shop is not available in the early stages of the story. Alright, thanks for letting me know.
Huh! I shirk from no danger.
Nice try! This can't be!
Time to take flight.
darkness engulfs you.
You're wide open! Gotcha!
From where shall we strike?
You're open. A sound strike.
I ain't that slow!
Let us pry out their weakness.
My Hercules!
Now then. You won't beat me!
Wait, what am I doing? I didn't realize he was at full health.
We mustn't lose heart.
Be at ease.
Allow me. Two ashes.
This is nothing.
Your orders?
You brute!
Victory is within
Die
reach.
already!
You brute!
Sound
Why
strike.
don't
Goddess, I thank you for your blessing this day. A worthy foe is a glorious gift indeed.
You find the goddess in odd places, Exham. This trifling tourney will bring Hyzant neither riches nor glory.
The goddess works in myriad ways, Minister Sorsley. You would do well to keep your eyes attuned. My aid is yours.
Can't be!
This was destined to occur.
I'm a fool. But the day isn't lost yet.
The hunt is on.
is yours.
I have failed you.
Let us pry out their weakness. Let us reverse our fortunes. I see the threads of battle more clearly.
It's only a flesh wound. Now or never! To battle, I suppose.
Let me heal your wounds. Be at ease.
That's the stuff.
Let me show you what I've learned. We will make our ideals reality.
How annoying.
Careful.
You dirty
My
bitches.
turn.
You don't stand a chance.
You brute.
Did you see that?
May I?
You brute.
We can win this.
Damn it!
My aid is yours.
That is a
The hunt
shame.
is on.
I asked for no quarter. You did not disappoint. Minister Sorsley, I leave the rest in your capable hands.
I see a path to victory. Just as I planned.
I've been waiting for this. Look to my shield!
Shall we begin?
Very well.
I struck true. That seemed to work.
How shall I destroy you?
No!
This won't be easy.
Be gone!
Go! Here I come. Goodbye! I will fight to my last breath.
Ah!
Damn it! Ha! That tickled! Now or never! I love the battlefield.
I shall try my level best. You were overconfident.
Cool heads shall prevail. Your wounds are healed.
How shall I destroy you?
Here I come.
Goodbye!
Let us pry out their weakness. Just as I planned.
Just die already! Come at me! Time to die!
This isn't good. Your wounds are healed. Knowledge is strength.
To battle, I suppose. I'll take this one.
Time to take flight.
Goodbye!
I shall try my level best. A brief respite.
That'll do. Come at me.
This is good! We breached their defense! Let me heal your wounds.
Have
We breached
another.
their defense!
To battle, I suppose.
This battle is ours.
Take that!
I see a path to victory.
Let me heal your wounds.
You won't beat me!
Your stratagem is superior.
This is most unpleasant.
Here I come.
This ends now!
My old wounds flare up again. I can fight no further. To think they'd get the better of us.
Did wipe out like half of my people though, so.
Your father taught you well. You wield that great sword with skill beyond your years.
It's not a great sword, it's a fucking long sword.
Well fought. The day is yours.
Victory goes to House Wolfort!
Fuck yeah.
Our next bout shall be between General Avlora and Sir Maxwell. May glory go to the victor.
Stand back. This one is mine.
Very well. I accept your challenge. Whoever taught you, they taught you well. Though something tells me you surpassed your teacher long ago. Your defense is formidable.
As is yours. I yield.
Victory goes to Sir Maxwell!
My hand. I can't feel it. So that was General Avlora. I pray never to meet her on the battlefield. There will be no quarter given today, young lord of House Wolfort.
I would expect nothing less.
So I need to avoid him with Roland. Oh. I don't even get to fight, huh?
Huh? Where am I?
Fair.
Ah, you're awake. And none the worse for wear, considering the blow you took from Sir Maxwell.
He was too strong for us in the end.
Today, yes. But let us keep at our training. One day, the students will surpass their master.
Let us work hard for that day, my friend.
Serenoa and his stalwart allies prove their mettle against the realm's fiercest warriors before finally facing Sir Maxwell, victor of the previous tourney. After a hard-fought match, the Dawnspear emerges victorious once more. Though beaten in the end, Serenoa's courageous display impresses itself upon all in attendance. Any doubts concerning House Wolfort's martial might are put to rest. Thus marks an end to the tourney and the festivities as a whole. With the spirit of harmony in their hearts, the delegates of each nation make preparations for their return voyages.
Seeing our honored guests off shall be your last lordly duty this day. Now, I remind you.
It is not to be taken lightly. Worry not, Benedict. They shall be sent off with all the pomp they deserve.
You take to your new role well, Lord Serenoa. as I must now take to my own. Pray, visit me at the mines whenever you have the time.
Farewell, Frederica. May we never meet again.
Thank you for such a productive use of our valuable time. I do so love interminable speeches and watching brutes play at war. Truly, the spirit of Glenbrook was on display for all to see. Oh, but I should watch my tongue. Wouldn't want her to go whimpering to brother.
Pay my fool cousin no mind. We have work to do. Work more important than any he could hope to be trusted with.
I apologize for those two. This was a fruitful day for all in attendance.
I am glad to hear you say so, General of Laura.
I can't believe we lost. I thought you were supposed to be one of Hyzant's greatest warriors.
Our foe was a worthy one. It would be an honor to cross blades again someday.
Thank you for your hospitality. Please give my regards to Lord Simone.
Of course, Minister.
It would seem everyone is gathered. You'll find your boats are laden with a bounty of Glenbrook's finest wares and victuals. King Regna asks that you eat and drink your fill, and toast to our three nations' newfound alliance.
More of that swill you call wine? I suppose I could force myself to partake.
Your king honors us with his generosity. We shall present these as offerings to the goddess of salt. The Hierophant, too, will no doubt be overjoyed.
Lord Wolford, I bring a message from King Regna. He would have you join our guests on their return voyage to serve as their envoy.
This is a great honor, my lord. You would represent our nation and speak with the king's voice.
If it is His Majesty's wish, it is a duty I will gladly accept. But there are 2 vessels and only one of me. Did King Regna say which of our honored guests I should accompany?
He would leave that decision to you, Lord Wolford.
Lord Falks, as representative of another of Glenbrook's high houses, will board the ship you do not.
And why was House Tellior not given this honor? Last I knew, our kingdom had 3 high houses, not 2.
Mere fact that you whimper those words before us is answer enough. Good show at the tourney, Lord Serenoa. You truly are your father's son. The king has seen fit to leave this decision in your hands, and I shall not gainsay his wisdom.
A lord must be worldly as well as wise. I trust you will conduct yourself as befits the lord of a high house.
Thank you, Sir Maxwell, Lord Falks.
The king has entrusted this decision to you, my lord. I suppose you have an idea as to why.
He means to test my judgment. He is waiting to see which I choose and for what reason.
Indeed. We are friendly with both nations now, so neither choice will earn his ire. That said, there is no telling how these relations may change going forward. No doubt, the choice you make will have an effect on our own house's relationship with the nation you choose.
I understand. This requires careful consideration. Benedict, gather the others. I would hear their opinions on the matter. Then we shall consult the scales of conviction.
At once, my lord.
You engage in mental mock battles at the tavern. Each battle is different, so choose the one that best suits your aims. Under your shop, you can exchange kudos for items and promote your allies. Every unit has a class, and each class is divided into ranks: recruit, veteran, and elite. Ooh. Promoting a unit will increase both their stats and maximum TP and unlock new acquirable abilities. Raising a unit's class also changes their appearance in battle. Can only promote a unit's class if they are at or above the specified level and you have the appropriate medal. Promoting a unit's class will consume the medal. Trade post operates not a coin, but kudos. These kudos can be exchanged for all sorts of items, including quietuses and medals. Quietuses are commands executed immediately in battle and differ from abilities in 3 key ways. They do not consume a turn. They consume quietus points, not TP. Each quietus may only be used once per battle. Melodies promotes a unit's class. They come in limited quantities, and new medals will be added as the story progresses. As the game progresses, these notes have no direct effects on the story, but they will help you better understand Northulia and its history. Really nice you've collected it, blah, 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 blah. saved. With that, I shall call my stream. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to follow. If you didn't catch the full thing, you can rewatch it over on Twitch, or I will be uploading it over to YouTube, so you could, go over there and watch it. Also, subscribe if you haven't. Be litty. We'll catch you guys another time. Peace.